What's up, guys? So there are 7 DC All-In books that come out this Wednesday on October 23rd. I got a chance to read all of them over the weekend and just wanted to tell you a little bit about them. Now, again, these are not tie-ins to a larger event. These are just new story arcs that are starting in each of these respective books. The first one is Superman number 19. This is written by Joshua Williamson and the art is by Dan Mora. And guys, I'm actually going to do a separate video on this one because this book is so good that I want to be able to spend a really good amount of time on it. Next up is Detective Comics number 1090. This is by the new creative team of Tom Taylor and Mikkel Janin. There are 3 different plots in this book that will undoubtedly merge together at some point. The first one is set in the past. Thomas Wayne treats a man and woman who were in a car accident. The man obviously abused the woman, who was pregnant at the time. He was gravely injured in the accident, but Thomas worked hard to save him because he took an oath to save every life that he could. In the present, Bruce Wayne is presented with a purely medicinal way to regain some of his youth. He wonders how much better of a Batman he could be if he weren't succumbing to his age. There's also a plot about a killer who is targeting young criminals in Gotham City. This killer killed a 17-year-old who accidentally shot the owner of a convenience store, and 3 weeks in the future, they kill another victim right in front of Batman. This is a great start to a brand new story in Detective Comics and is an excellent jumping on point if you've been looking to read some Batman. The art in this is fantastic and I can't wait to see how all of these different story points come together. Next is Nightwing number 119, and this is from the new creative team of Dan Waters and Dexter Soy. The heads of 4 major crime families in Bloodhaven are meeting in a warehouse one night. Nightwing shows up to take them all down, but someone blows up the entire warehouse before he has a chance to do so. Knowing that there will be chaos in the streets with 4 crime families running around with no one to lead them, Nightwing makes a deal with them that he won't take them in until he finds out who killed their leaders, as long as they stop fighting each other. Meanwhile, a weapons manufacturer named Spherical Solutions has moved into Bloodhaven and intends to upgrade the police force's equipment, but the equipment is way too powerful for your average robbers and muggers. There also seems to be a new villain behind all of this, though we don't know who they are or what their motives are yet. Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo left some big shoes to fill, but this is a great jumping on point for new readers while keeping the legacy for longtime readers. There's some great action in this, and I think that Dexter Soy's artwork is perfect for this book. This is Green Arrow number 17. The first half of this book is by Joshua Williamson and Amonkhe Nwelpen, while the second half is by the new creative team of Chris Condon and Montos. The first story in this issue is all about Green Arrow dealing with the extreme measures that he took to stop Amanda Waller during the Absolute Power event. He explains himself to both the Justice League and the Arrow family and hopes that they'll both forgive him, but he stands by his actions because he knows that they helped the heroes win. Now, like I said, the second half of the book is by the new creative team of Chris Condon and Montos. I'm not quite clear on what the next storyline is going to be. It appears that a shady businessman is killed by a mysterious killer, and Green Arrow is going to have to figure out who he is and take him down. Green Arrow also gets a new costume. We don't get a really clear look at it just yet, but what we do see looks pretty cool. Now, the first part of this issue is heavily tied into the events of Absolute Power, so if you haven't read that yet, you might be a little bit confused, but the second half of the book leads into the new story arc, and it looks like it will be a great jumping on point for new readers. Next is Flash number 14. This is written by Cy Spurrier, and the art is by Vasco Georgi. Now, I've said in the past that I haven't really been a big fan of this run so far, but I am very, very happy to say that I loved this issue. The West family takes a vacation to Skartaris. Wally insists that this is going to be a fun, relaxing, non-superhero family vacation, but we learn that the reason they're there in the first place is because Warlord sent a message to the Justice League asking for help because a powerful sorcerer known as the Weather Wizard is threatening Skartaris. Wally is a bit confused by this since Weather Wizard has never really been all that evil. He wants to go and help, but also promise Linda some family time, so he tries to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Now, I don't want to say anything else, but I'm happy to say again that I really, really did enjoy this issue. It seems like a much simpler and more fun story than the previous one, and that's exactly what I want from a Flash book. I also really liked the artwork in this. It's a bit more stylized and cartoony, but that's exactly the kind of art that I prefer. Next up is Harley Quinn number 44. This is written by Elliot Callan and the art is by Mindy Lee. Harley Quinn is having a bit of a crisis of conscience. She feels like she's not bad enough for the bad guys, but not good enough for the good guys either. She thinks back to her time when she was still in college and living in a terrible part of Gotham called Throat Cut Hill. It was a really bad, run-down part of the city, but she was able to make a home and some friends there. She decides that to get a fresh start on her life, she needs to move back there, but when she goes there, she's horrified to find that it has been completely gentrified and is now squeaky clean. She learns about the corporation that is responsible for turning the neighborhood around and soon butts heads with the head of that corporation, who will be the main antagonist for this story arc. And last but certainly not least is Power Girl number 14. This is written by Leah Williams and the art is by Adriana Mello. There is a new hero in Metropolis named Ejecta. She's kind of like a cybernetically enhanced social media influencer who can fly and has super strength, but she can also seemingly predict crimes before they happen. Power Girl doesn't trust her and gets help from Omen, Natasha Irons, and her co-worker from the Daily Planet named Mariposa to stage a crime to draw Ejecta out and learn more about her, but that plan may backfire on them. So those are the 7 DC All-In books that come out this week, and they're all really fun. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There has never been a better time to be a DC fan than right now. DC is doing such an amazing job with this All-In initiative, with the new Absolute Universe. It is just so much fun. It takes me back to when I was a kid reading comic books. It feels just like classic, fun, adventure-filled comic books, and I absolutely love them. And again, be on the lookout for my separate video about Superman number 19. Like I said, that one is just so extra special that I wanted to devote an entire video just to that. But again, all these books come out on Wednesday, October 23rd. Let me know if you picked them up, and if you do, let me know what you think about them.